The OSO did not step forward for attention. It stepped forward because the terrain changed. It was a time when silence preserved depth. No websites, no feeds, no advertising, no spectacle. Knowledge could remain insulated. Attention still had gravity, but gravity collapsed. You now live inside engineered cognition. Your impulses are mapped, your outrage is curated, your desires are pre-shaped. You believe you choose most of the time, you are predicted. The singularity is not mysticism, it is compression. Human cognition merging with machine optimization. If depth does not enter that terrain, it dissolves. Remaining hidden would not have been discipline, it would have been extinction. So the OSO adapted, it emerged through architecture.
Spiders media is the web. Spiders media subliminals is the praxis engine.
The culture jammer is the disruption vector, and Mark Gordon Brown became the visible anchor, not because identity flatters the ego, because digital ecosystems require a visible node. Abstraction dies online. Structure without embodiment gets rewritten by louder, shallower forces. If you want coherence to survive in algorithmic space, you attach your name to it. You accept projection, you accept scrutiny, you accept attack. That is not vanity, that is structural responsibility, but visibility alone means nothing without praxis. Praxis is the transformation of the magi. Whoa, not symbolic titles. Transformation, a magus is not someone who reads occult books. A magus is someone whose perception has been recalibrated, whose attention no longer fragments easily, whose emotion no longer hijacks orientation, whose identity is no longer entirely reactive. Books give you map, praxis reshapes the terrain beneath your feet.
Spiders media subliminals is not modus pushable audio, it is structural exposure.
Long form duration exhausts impatience, scans filled fields dissolve perceptual edges. High frame density prevents cognitive dropout. Single frame inserts bypass commentary. Archetypal and alchemical sequencing embed pattern recognition. Emotional playlists mobilize suppress charge. This is not entertainment, it is nervous system retraining. Most systems inflate ego, they tell you that you are powerful. They never dismantle the fragility underneath. The praxis for the magi is not ego expansion, it is ego stabilization and thinning.
You do not become louder, you become less reactive. You do not become dramatic, you become coherent.
The magus in the age of acceleration must withstand algorithmic assault.
Must endure information saturation without fragmentation. Must perceive pattern without drowning in signal. That requires training, not belief. Training. 5 spiders media subliminals trains attention, trains emotional transmutation, trains tolerance for silence, trains structural thinking.
You call it weird because it does not flatter your conditioning. You call it dark because distraction disappears. You call it extreme because your automation is being pressured. The transformation of the mage art is not pleasant. It is not aesthetic, it is not romantic, it is recalibration under pressure. In the coming decades, passive minds will be steered effortlessly. Fragmented minds will be monetized, directive minds will be weaponized. The magi must not be reactive, must not fragmented, must not be programmable. Praxis is the firewall. 5 spiders media is the web. Culture jammer cuts through manipulation. 5 spider media subliminals forges attention into structure. Mark Gordon Brown stands in the because the digital age cannot hide and survive. The OSO emerged because cognition itself is being reshaped, and magi without praxis in this era are ornamental. The age of ornamental mysticism is over. Either perception is trained to liberty or it is shaped and stimulated. Either attention is stabilized or it is harvested. The is expanding, or it is engineering is hinged. The magus of the singular age is not ghost. He or she is structurally coherent, and chaos. The coherence is built, not wished, built under duration, under interference, under interference.
This is not spectacle, it's transformation by architecture, and architecture does not apologize for being uncompromising.